I call to order this District of Clearwater Special Council meeting for Tuesday, October 22nd at 3 p.m. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are fortunate to be gathered today on the traditional territory of the Sim people who've been caretakers of this land since time immemorial. Are there any late items to add to this agenda? If not, can I get a motion, mover and a seconder, to adopt the agenda as presented? Moved by Councillor Bratton, seconded by Councillor Matheson. All those in favor? Under item 5, declaration of known conflict of interest or pecuniary interest, I will be declaring two, one under 10.1 and 14.4, both because I receive medical benefits from Yellowhead Community Services, which is a financial or pecuniary benefit. Anybody else? Councillor Sim.
14.5, I sit on the board of directors for the Clearwater Ski Hill.
Okay. Thank you. Seeing no other hands in the air, we move on to item 10.1. And of course, a couple of us will be stepping out of the room on this one. So I turn the chair over to Councillor Sim.
Not ready. 10.1, development and zoning, RZ 24-01 zoning amendment by bylaw affordable housing phase 2. There is a staff report. I believe we've gone through first and second. The recommendation for today is that the zoning amendment bylaw number 301 be adopted. For anybody who hasn't been playing along on this one, are there any questions? All right. So with that, there is a recommendation. Do I have a motion for that? I have a motion by Councillor Frizzell. Do I have a seconder? Seconder by Councillor Mackenzie. Any discussion on that motion? I think the only discussion is that it's a very small adjustment, and I think everybody's really enthusiastic about this particular project and watching it come to fruition to the community, and noting that the first phase had strong impact, and now the second phase will be even better, and it's got air conditioning. So well, no, that's a true story. So with that, we thank Yellowhead and those that are in the audience for coming and for their support of this project and seeing it to this stage. So I think we're all quite pleased about it. With that, we are going to read this. Councillor Frizzell, what page am I reading from? Thank you. All in favor, by the way. Yeah, I know, I'm just getting you ready. District of Clearwater bylaw number 301, 2024, a bylaw to amend District of Clearwater zoning bylaw number 133. Whereas an application number RZ 24-01 for amendment to zoning bylaw number 133 has been made, and whereas the desirable changes in uses of land have been considered, and whereas the zoning amendment conforms to the District of Clearwater official community plan. Now therefore, Council of the District of Clearwater in open meeting assembled in acts as follows. This bylaw may be cited as District of Clearwater zoning bylaw number 133, amendment bylaw number 301, 2024. All those in favor? Motion carries. Thank you very much. All right. We moving on. Oh, hang on. Yes. Okay. This is the part where we say we love to have you, and where you're so welcome to stay. Did you want it?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll make that happen.
No, you could. You could. See you though.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Sim. There is nothing under item 11, 12, or 13. We move to bylaws. 14.1. Page 18 of your agenda package. There is a recommendation that bylaw number 306, 2024, permissive tax exemption for nonprofit be adopted. Do I have a mover? Moved by Councillor McKenzie, seconded by Councillor Bratton. Any discussion? If not, I go straight to reading this. District of Clearwater, bylaw number 306, a bylaw to provide for permissive tax exemption for not-for-profit organizations in accordance to section 224 of the Community Charter for a 3-year term. Whereas section 224(2)A of the Community Charter provides for the exemption of any land or improvements that one, are owned or held by a charitable, philanthropic, or other not-for-profit corporation, and two, the council considers are used for a purpose that is directly related to the purposes of the corporation, and whereas sections 224(2)B of the Community Charter provides for the exemption of any land or improvements that one, are owned or held by a municipality, regional district, or other local authority, and two, the council considers are used for the purpose of the local authority, and whereas section 224(2)I of the Community Charter provides for the exemption of land or improvements owned or held by an athletic or service club or association, and used as a public park or recreation ground or for public athletic or recreational purposes. Now, therefore, the Council of the District of Clearwater in an open meeting assembles and acts as follows. This bylaw may be cited as District of Clearwater Permissive Tax Exemption Not-for-Profit Bylaw number 306, 2024. Did I miss something?
Okay, so I just want to make sure if I'm reading this correctly. This was for 1 year or was this for the 3 years?
This is for a 3-year.
This is for, which organization is this? Okay, great.
Okay. All those in favor? And that passes. Moving on to bylaw number 308.
No, it's not even that.
So there is a recommendation that bylaw number 308, 2024, permissive tax exemption housing
That's the
be
one.
adopted.
Okay, just a second.
And this is for 1 year.
Thank you.
Okay, can I move her in a second on this one? Moved by Councillor McKenzie, seconded by Councillor Sim. District of Clearwater, bylaw number 308, 2024, a bylaw to provide for a permissive tax exemption for housing organizations in accordance with section 224 of the Community Charter for a 1-year term. Whereas section 224(2)A of the Community Charter provides for the exemption of any land or improvements that one, are owned or held by a charitable, philanthropic, or other non-for-profit organization, or corporation, and the council considers are used for purposes that is directly related to the purposes of the corporation. Now, therefore, the Council of the District of Clearwater in open meeting assembles and acts as follows. This bylaw may be cited as District of Clearwater Permissive Tax Exemption Housing Bylaw number 308, 2024. All those in favor? Okay, and that passes. Thank you. And then we move on to the next one, which is bylaw number 309. 29. Now I'll give time for Councillor Matheson to get out of the room. So there is a recommendation that bylaw number 309, 2024, permissive tax exemption, Clearwater Curiosity Thrift Store and Clearwater and District Food Bank be adopted. Can I get a mover and a seconder on that? Moved by Councillor Bratton, seconded by Councillor Frizzle. District of Clearwater, bylaw number 309, 2024, a bylaw to provide for permissive tax exemption for Clearwater Curiosity Thrift Store and Clearwater and District Food Bank organization in accordance with section 224 of the Community Charter for a 3-year term. Whereas section 224(2)A of the Community Charter provides for the exemption of any land or improvements that one, are owned or held by a charitable, philanthropic, or other not-for-profit corporation, and the council considers are used for a purpose that is directly related to the purposes of the corporation. Now, therefore, the Council of the District of Clearwater in open meeting assembles and acts as follows. This bylaw may be cited as the District of Clearwater Permissive Tax Exemption, Clearwater Curiosity Thrift Store and Clearwater and District Food Bank bylaw number 309, 2024. All those in favor? Okay, and I am stepping out for 14.4, so I turn the chair back over to Councillor Sim.
You know, after a day like today, I'm just so surprised we don't have more people just banging on the door, want to be a part of such exhilarating events. My gracious, what we all wanted. Anyway, District of Clearwater Bylaw number 310, 2024. A bylaw to provide permissive tax exemption for Yellowhead Community Services Society organization in accordance with Section 224, the Community Charter, for a 3-year term. I know, but I'm just so many things. Whereas Section 2.
Can we just have someone move in second?
Thank
first?
you. See, I knew there was. No, that's why I kept looking at you. I need a mover. I have got Councillor Mackenzie, Councillor Herring, seconded. Okay, here we go. See, this is the exciting part. Whereas I'm going to start again. District of Clearwater Bylaw number 310, 2024, a bylaw to provide permissive tax exemption for Yellowhead Community Services Society organization in accordance with Section 224 of the Community Charter for a 3-year term. Whereas Section 224(2)(a) of the Community Charter provides the exemption of any land or improvements that are owned or held by a charitable, philanthropic, or other not-for-profit corporation, and the Council considers are used for a purpose that is directly related to the purpose of the corporation. Now, therefore, the Council of the District of Clearwater in an open meeting assembled in acts as follow. This bylaw may be cited as District of Clearwater Permissive Tax Exemption Yellowhead Community Services Society Bylaw number 310, 2024. All those in favor? Motion carries. I think my work is done. Okay.
Guys.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, they're leaving, so it's done. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Okay.
No, we need to get back in. Or maybe not, I don't know.
Yes, there's one more, Councillor Sim, that you're out of. Ken can come in.
What do you need? Ken can come in.
Ken can come in. Ski Hill.
I'm confused.
That's okay. We move on to item 14.5, bylaw number 311, permissive tax exemption Clearwater Ski Club. There is a recommendation that bylaw number 311, permissive tax exemption Clearwater Ski Club, be adopted. What is the?
So moved.
So moved by Councillor Mackenzie, seconded by Councillor Frizzle. District of Clearwater, bylaw number 311, 2024, a bylaw to provide for permissive tax exemption for Clearwater Ski Club organization in accordance with Section 224 of the Community Charter for a 3-year term. Whereas Section 224(2)(a) of the Community Charter provides for the exemption of any land or improvements that are 1, owned or held by a charitable, philanthropic, or other not-for-profit corporation, and 2, that council considers are used for a purpose that is directly related to the purposes of the corporation, and whereas Section 224(2)(b) of the Community Charter provides for the exemption of any land or improvements that are 1, owned or held by a municipality, regional district, or other local authority, and 2, the council considers are used for a purpose of the local authority, and whereas Section 224(2)(i) of the Community Charter provides for exemption of land or improvements owned or held by an athletic or service club or association and used as a public park or recreation ground or for public athletic or recreational purposes. Now, therefore, the Council of the District of Clearwater in an open meeting assembles and acts as follows. This bylaw may be cited as District of Clearwater Permissive Tax Exemption Bylaw number 311, 2024. All those in favor? Okay, and Councillor Sim can come back in if you don't mind, Councillor Bratton. So we do need to move to in camera. There's a recommendation that the meeting be closed to the public pursuant to sections 91 of the Community Charter to discuss matters relating to J, information that is prohibited, or information if it were presented in a document would be prohibited from disclosure under section 21 of the Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, and K, negotiations and related discussions respecting the proposed provision of a municipal service that are at their preliminary stages and that, in the view of the council, could be reasonably expected to harm the interests of the municipality if they were held in public. Can I get a mover and a second to move into camera? So Mackenzie and Bratton, all those in favor?